with Dean Skurka, President and CEO of WonderFi Technologies. Pleasure to have you back on, Dean. It's been a while. How are you?
Doing well. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm excited to chat. So, can you start by giving us a quick recap of 2023? It was a transformational year for WonderFi, along with telling us a bit more about your plans for the new year.
Absolutely. 2023 was an exciting year for WonderFi. We continued along our path of consolidating regulated cryptocurrency trading platforms in Canada, and we're able to acquire three additional companies that provide tremendous value to WonderFi looking ahead. We acquired CoinSquare and CoinSmart in a three-way merger that strengthened our balance sheet significantly, scaled our businesses, our core business within the crypto trading platform segment, and also added SmartPay, which is a crypto payments business that we're really excited about. In November, we announced that we acquired Bitvo in a non-dilutive acquisition. And when you look back on the last 2 years of WonderFi, we've been able to acquire 5 of the 11 regulated crypto trading platforms in Canada. We have increased the scale of our businesses significantly. And through the acquisition of CoinSmart, we've added crypto payments to our portfolio of companies that we own and operate. And through the acquisition of CoinSquare, we added an investment in Tetra, which is Canada's only qualified custodian for digital assets. So it was a busy year for us, and we think we've really positioned the company well looking forward.
For sure. So you just announced your corporate update, Q4 2023 guidance. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's a lot to like in the guidance we put forward. Certainly when you look at acquiring these businesses, there's a lot of opportunity and scale that can be created through the consolidation of 5 regulated crypto trading platforms. In Q3 2023, we had $505 million of trading volumes. You look at Q4, we announced $760 million plus. A lot of that is reflective of market conditions improving, but at the same time, you're really starting to see the value of having 1.6 million registered accounts across our businesses being able to drive real volumes as the markets improve. At the same time, we announced that combined assets under custody that our clients hold on our platforms exceeded over $1 billion at the end of the year. And most notably, we announced that WonderFi has achieved cash flow positive operations on a consolidated basis. All of these acquisitions create meaningful opportunity, but it was really important for WonderFi to have a clear and concise plan on how to integrate these businesses and how we identify and extract the synergies from a cost perspective. We believe we've done so, having acquired 5 crypto trading platforms. Today we operate 2. We've integrated the client base from the other 3 into BitBuy. And we think a lot of that reflects well on the business and the scale that we can create moving forward.
It's pretty impressive how fast you've done that, and also to already achieve that cash flow positive milestone. It's pretty exciting. So there was some skepticism. I know last year I've been covering this company, obviously, since the IPO, on how you're going to bring all these brands and businesses together. So now we're seeing strong positive results. How were you able to accomplish that?
Yeah, absolutely. I think what really helped was having a clear and concise plan on how these pieces fit together, having a clear understanding that owning and operating 5 regulated crypto trading platforms was redundant and not the final most efficient form of this business, and having the right team around to execute on these strategies. People that have had meaningful experience with these businesses in various capacities, over 3 to 5 year period, people that understand the industry really well, and people that can help execute on that mission that we had put forward when we initially brought WonderFi, CoinSquare, and CoinSmart together. A lot of it also has to do with the regulatory environment. Certainly when we look to integrate Coinberry into BitBuy in August of last year, that was the first of its kind example of a user base being migrated into another regulated crypto trading platform, and then that other platform foregoing its license and no longer operating. Having set up that framework in August with Coinberry actually made the other 2, CoinSmart and Bitvo, far more seamless and far more efficient, because we had the template. We had worked with regulators on what we were doing and how, and demonstrated our abilities to execute at the same time. So a lot of work went into that planning, and we're really excited with how we position the business now. Certainly from an operational and cost synergy perspective, operating 2 platforms instead of 5, with all of the value of the user base embedded into those platforms, is really compelling. And we're really excited about, the results that we were able to showcase in Q4 and what we expect to, drive in 2024.
So as a new investor or even a long-term shareholder, why is now such a key time to either consider adding it to your portfolio or even adding to your position? Like, why now for WonderFi?
Yeah, look, I think, a lot of the risk associated with the industry, certainly when you look back a year ago, has been mitigated. If you think about, around a year ago this time, the industry was reeling with unfortunate examples like an FTX, like a Voyager, like Celsius, prominent household names within this industry that for varying reasons went into bankruptcy. And the net unfortunate result was that a lot of participants in the industry, lost their money. You think about where we are now with all of the excitement around the ETFs, you have household names like BlackRock, Fidelity, investing heavily in this industry, starting with spot Bitcoin ETF products in the US, but certainly we expect them to continue to grow their presence and the products and services they offer within this growing industry. And so we think that the industry has been able to shift significantly over the last year. Looking ahead, the industry is clearly focused more around regulatory compliance and bringing in the right actors that have the right intentions. Certainly, we think WonderFi is one of those participants, given its regulatory positioning with the products and services that it offers. And so when we think about the year ahead and the years ahead, we see an industry that has come off one of its most challenging moments. We see an industry that is being embraced by traditional finance, as evidenced by the upcoming Bitcoin ETFs in the United States. The expectation thereafter is that products like the Ethereum ETF will come into conversation and will quickly follow, certainly if there is success with these products. And of course, there's a Bitcoin halving upcoming at the end of this year. And so, for us at WonderFi, we think that the industry has shifted over the last year, in a tremendously positive favor. We're starting to see that firsthand with the products and services that we own and operate. As mentioned, we saw $500 million of trading volume generated in Q3. That increased to $760 million in Q4. You're really starting to see people, come back to the industry, start to relook at the asset class and have reason for optimism again. And, we think WonderFi has done a really good job within the Canadian market at positioning this business for long-term success and to be a key and clear leader in this market in Canada. Certainly with the regulation that we have, the strong balance sheet that we have, and with this Q4 guidance, the operational model that we have, we think WonderFi is incredibly well positioned in an industry that is quickly, coming back into good favor. And we believe, the growth trend over the next few years is there for sure.
So compared to your competitors, how does WonderFi shape up?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think WonderFi, has at its core, a trading business, as mentioned in Q4, generated $760 million in trading volumes. When you look at the breakdown of that trading volume, we have retail trading and we have OTC wealth and institutional trading. So, certainly compared to most of our competitors that are primarily focused on retail trading, we have a whole other segment of our trading business that's tailored to high net worth individuals, mid-market corporates, crypto ATM businesses as an example. And we've done a really good job at building out a well-rounded wealth OTC business inside our exchanges. At the same time, through the acquisition of CoinSmart, we acquired a business called SmartPay that, we are really excited about. That business is providing merchants around the globe an opportunity to accept cryptocurrency for the goods and services that they offer. Certainly when we think about crypto payments, we see real utility, today, and we see a segment of the industry that's going to grow meaningfully as crypto becomes more adopted globally over the coming years. We're really excited to have a firm stake in that segment with SmartPay, and we think that business creates meaningful opportunity to WonderFi shareholders long term. Also, we have, as mentioned, an investment in Tetra Trust. Tetra Trust, which is Canada's only qualified custodian for digital assets. There are natural synergies with our businesses, the exchange businesses, the payments business, and the custodian business that we are looking to extract and work closer together on. And at the same time, we think Tetra's position within the Canadian market gives it a real opportunity to be the leader in that segment over the long term. And so when you think about WonderFi, we've been able to offer diversified exposure to some of the key and growing areas within the digital asset industry. We have clear and concise regulation around our trading businesses, our payments business, and our staking business. And at the same time, we think we are incredibly well positioned as the market leader in Canada. And we're really excited about the opportunity that we have.
So could you give me any further comments on SmartPay, along with your outlook on the payment processing in the crypto sector as a whole, and how WonderFi plans to capitalize on that portion of the market? I know SmartPay is obviously currently how you're going to target it, but any further comments?
Yeah, so quite simply, SmartPay allows merchants around the world to accept cryptocurrency for the goods and services they offer. If you think about an invoice and you think about a Stripe link that is most commonly embedded to one-click pay with a credit card, what SmartPay does is it has a QR code similarly to how a Stripe would have a link. That QR code allows the participant, the client, to pick the digital asset that they want to settle with. SmartPay provides them the amount, and seamlessly from any wallet that they have, whether it's a BitBuy account or a MetaMask wallet or a Coinbase account, allows them to send their crypto to the address that's provided. And then what SmartPay does is it takes the crypto once it's received, converts it to the fiat, and settles with the merchant fiat less the processing fees. And so from a merchant's perspective, they don't have to concern themselves with any type of price risk, any sort of understanding of setting up a wallet or managing a wallet or storing private keys. And at the same time, they're expanding the currencies or the methods of payment that they support, which in turn should increase the client base, or at a bare minimum resonate with their clients that are looking to buy and sell using digital assets. And so we think certainly as popularity for digital assets continues to grow, as usability improves as well, we think that the market for crypto payments is going to grow quite meaningfully. Our view in North America, a more mature market as an example, is that this likely will resonate within the luxury markets first. I think it was Ferrari that announced a few months ago that they were going to accept cryptocurrency as payment for the vehicles that they sell. And we think that there is a obvious overlap between luxury market and crypto, certainly when you talk about the high net worth segment of the crypto industry. And we certainly are starting to see more awareness and understanding of that at that luxury higher end market. And so we think that will be a natural starting point for North American markets. And we think that is one area within the industry that will see significant growth over the course of the next few years as adoption increases, as usability increases, and as more people hold digital assets, more people will inevitably become more comfortable spending those digital assets for goods and services.
So finally, Dean, we've got the potential for multiple Bitcoin ETFs on the horizon. I know we've got some news today. Maybe by the time this video is released, we will get an approval, fingers crossed. But Bitcoin halving coming this year, why should an investor who's interested in crypto look at WonderFi compared to the other companies? Because there's obviously there's competitors, there's Bitcoin miners, there's a whole bunch of different crypto-related companies. Why WonderFi?
Yeah, look, we believe that crypto exchanges offer significant opportunities for levered returns in these markets. WonderFi has consolidated 5 of the 11 crypto regulated trading platforms in Canada. We have a user base with over 1.6 million accounts, holding over $1 billion of client assets on the combined platforms today. We think these exchanges offer real upside for investors, certainly in the market environment that we're in today, and the one that we expect to be in, moving forward. These are low capex businesses that really drive on, increased trading volumes. And, at the same time, with the regulatory clarity that we have in Canada, we think it's really important from an investment perspective that these businesses are licensed to engage in the business that they are currently operating in. And so there are assurances from an investment perspective. Certainly when you think about crypto, there are always questions around the regulation of the asset class, of the business itself. So we think WonderFi does a really good job at providing assurances to investors around the viability of our business model. At the same time, we think that through SmartPay, through our investment in Tetra as well, through our increasing efforts around staking and other products and services, that we are really well-rounded in terms of offering investors diversified exposure and providing investors with a diversified revenue profile as well. And so we think that WonderFi is incredibly well positioned to capture real market share in Canada moving forward. And we think that the exchange businesses, when you look at prior cycles, are some of the clear beneficiaries, given the activity and volume that happens on the platforms themselves.
Well, thank you for all the info and updates, Dean. Best of luck for this year. I'm definitely rooting for you guys, and look to have you back on for more updates in the future.
Yeah, thanks for having me. We appreciate it.